name is Makoveev Alexander, and I'm a product analyst at 1CI company. Today, we will introduce you services functionality in 1C Drive. This functionality can be used when your company render services to different companies or individuals. And let's go to settings, service menu, and enable services as subsystem firstly. After that, we have seen that services menu is shown over here. Let's go in here. We can see work orders. Let's open work orders list. That's a document that we can register requirements from our customer, and after that we can go through all process and render our services. So let's choose our customer. We've got some tabs in these documents. That's the main tab. We set up what time we have to render services. For example, this period. We can also set up inventory warehouse where we can get inventory from. Let's go to work and services tab. We can create products. For example, iPhone 12 glass repair. Save it. Oh, sorry. We have to set this unit as a work or service. So let's create bill of material. You can use bill of materials if your procedure is standard. So you do it many times and you have the same components to spend for that. So let's create a couple components. And one more. Two. So to change glass at iPhone 12, you got to spend iPhone 12 glass and rubber seal. Let's move our bill of material to active status, and we can also we can also stop reorder point settings for our components. Just a second. Because in our scenario, we have to have at least 10 pieces of each component in our warehouse. So that's it. Also, we can set up price for our goods. So when we will pre-fill it in our work order, the price will come here. We can go to price setup workplace. Change wholesale price. And we have to choose our work and set up price. For example, 80 euros it will cost. That's it. So now when we have we choose this position, that's a quantity coming here and standard hours for work. And actually this standard hours is for referential, but if we have to set up it's like a real hours, we have to go to products card and go to standard time and set up it in here. For example, it takes 2 hours. So our employees will know that they have to spend 2 hours, but a quantity of repairing is 1 because we have accomplished just 1 work, and the price come here automatically. And also inventories come here automatically as well, because we have pre-filled bill of material in advance. It's pretty convenient to use when you have standard works. And if you go to goods for sale tab, we can put some goods in additional if we want to sell something. It's like maybe a pen with logo. Our customer is really fan of iPhones because that's why he decided to buy a pen from us. Example 2 of them, 2 pens, $5 each. So, and we have to pre-fill customers inventory tab if we get some inventories from our customer. For example, we take a phone from the customer, and we have to, if we do it, take the phone for repair, we can register it in this card, that we get some inventories from our customers, and when we send it back, we just select this option, write off customers inventory. So it seems like we are done with this. We have to set up the department, and now work order is ready. What else? We can generate some documents from this work order, but I will buy some components. Firstly, I go to purchases, demand planning, and we can see that we have to buy some components. So we will buy it from our supplier. It calls supplier the same, you know. And like this. So I posted purchase order, and after that I can register supplier invoice. So I register that I got all components for repairing, and also I can buy pens because I need to sell it anyway. I can do it without order, for example. Let's buy it 100 pieces. That's it. We are done with step line. So now we can write off inventories that are needed for repairing. Let's do it. I post inventory transfer with charge to expenses operation. It means that those components will was written off. Look, it's inventory transfer. We can see consumptions, rubber seal and my phone by these documents. This document. And when we are ready to give iPhone with a new glass to our customer, we generate sales invoice. It means that we have to register $80 price and the amount $80 for repairing, and $10 for a pen. That for 2 pens that was sold to our customer. So now we can see some reports, for example, income and expenses by order. And we can see that we've got revenue like this. It's without VAT costs. And we have work in progress in inventory in here. I'm sorry, just a second. Inventory transfer. We have to set up another account in here. We have to set up Cox actually. I'm sorry about that. And we can see that this revenue is 90 and 59 is Cox. So our profit is 31 euro. Mainly it's it.